If you don't quite, I mean, tarda doesn't have the ya here. فَإِلَّمْ tarda. Yeah. So if you don't quite believe or not believe, if you're not content, if you're not happy with what has been ordained for you, yeah, if you're not quite content, quite happy, or pleased with what has happened to you, فَإِنَّ الصَّبْرَ عَلَى الْمَكْرُوهِ خَيْرٌ كُلُّهُ. Then at least as a Muslim, what we're expected to do is exercise restraint, exercise patience, remain perseverant. This is what we're supposed to do. فَهَاتَانِ دَرَجَتَانِ لِلْمُؤْمِنِ. I mean, these two are levels of a mu'min. The lower level is that you just remain calm, be patient. You're not going to utter anything, say anything that is untoward, that can displease Allah Azza wa Jal, that can draw the wrath of Allah Azza wa Jal. The higher level is to be pleased, to be happy with the qadr of Allah Azza wa Jal, to be happy with what Allah Azza wa Jal has ordained for you. So these two, mind you, are two different levels. The lower level is that you are not quite pleased with what has happened. For instance, someone's father passes away while he's young, while he's still in his mid, 20s or even earlier. You expected your father to be around you until you turned old, because you see that the fathers of so many other people are around like that. So, and your father, Allah Azza wa Jal chooses to, let him die. Allah Azza wa Jal causes him to die. So you are not going to be displeased about it to begin with. That's the highest rank. And if you, for some reason, didn't know, it was an untimely, although you're not supposed to say untimely, etc. But just in case you're saying something, or you're not quite, you know, pleased with what has happened with the unfolding of the events, then at least exercise patience. And if you're not even exercising patience, then doomsday. So which is why there is a ruling here. Wajibul masaibi, whenever you have any kind of afflictions, any trials, any calamities, it is incumbent, it is imperative, it is important that we at least exercise patience. And as it is, if you have exercised patience, there are so many ayahs in the Quran that talk about you being rewarded purely because you have wanted to exercise patience. I mean, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Without a count is what the ayah says, that the rewards are going to be for someone who exercises patience. Imagine someone who is exercising patience is going to be given rewards like these. The next level, the level above that, is someone who's pleased with whatever Allah Azza wa Jalla has decreed upon himself. Imagine the kind of reward this person, inshallah ta'ala, is going to get. So then imagine our faith with regard to al-iman bil qadri khayrihi wa sharrihi. Look at the level of our faith. Look at what level it should be as far as our faith is concerned, which is why matters pertaining to al-qadr. We are concluding, like I said here. Hopefully, we'll finish it in the next 15 minutes or so, bi'idhnillah. There is another principle. Al-qaidatu ash-sharru fil maqdur la fil qadr wa fil maqdi la fil qada. I mean, there is something called two entities here. There is something called al-qadr. There is something called al-maqdur. Similarly, give it another name called al-qada, and give this one another name called al-maqdi. Yeah. So there is no harm in qadr. Qadr cannot be attributed with anything bad. Maqdur, the person upon whom that qadr is afflicted, can be, attributed with shar, can be attributed with evil. There is no evil at all with qadr in the first place to begin with. Al-Qaeda, the ruling says, ash-sharru fil maqdur, la fil qadr. I mean, to understand this, when Allah Azza wa Jal created the skies and the earth, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, "Katab Allahu maqadira al khalaiqi when qabla khalqi samawati wal ardi bi khamsina alf sana." Yeah, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says that the predestinations, the preordainments, the destiny, the fate of every single thing, or every single one of us, has been created. All the khalaiq, all the creations of Allah Azza wa Jal, all those have been written down, or all those have been recorded 50,000 years before Allah Azza wa Jal created the skies and the earth. Don't say the heavens and the earth. Yeah, as-samawat usually should translate to the skies, not the heavens. So before Allah Azza wa Jal created the skies and the earth, you would see that Allah Azza wa Jal wrote down the maqadir, the taqdeers of every single creation of His.